Hey, you tourists, it's your boy Domination. This is Back in the Basics Early. This is our test baby man of those back. You know this is this. Real men rise up, fake men rise up. Real will rise up, fake will rise up. Prep the word preacher, preach on. Will Smith, in pursuit of happiness, uh, depressed me, and here's why. Depressed me. Let me say this, Dr. Phil Walkers. I just saw your video and you was talking about Will Smith, pursuit of happiness, depressed me, and here's why. Depress you, dude. How the hell that black people is gonna support each other, and you know that they can't even get their own people support them? You want to know how I know that? You got black folks and white folks that have been going at it for so long, since all the way from 600 to all the way to 1600s to 1960. That's how far back, to 600 to 1600 to all the way to 1960s. That's how far I go back. But all the dinosaur years since Jesus ever walked this existence in this planet's Earth, ever since after all this stuff that's been going on, white people are descendants of the Knight Templars. Black people are descendants of the Moors. Then you start to see why there's this so much rivalry. This I call it the blood rivalry. That's what it is. It's a blood rivalry between the Knight Templars and the Moors. And then the Mongols too, Asians. How the hell that black people gonna get somebody to support them? But guess what? Black people don't support their own people. They'll support Asians, they'll support Latinos, they'll support everybody else. And black men, they do that to each other. How I know? Try my family, for example. You got brothers and sisters that have money, don't even have a bother to give you a hand. You got to lift yourself a hand. I've never been no beggar. Never in my life. And I'm not going to beg from these whites, and I damn sure ain't begging for Latinos or Asians or Middle East. I damn sure ain't going to beg for my own. Let's be honest. We do not like each other, period. We do not like each other, period. We can't stand one another. We hate to see each other coming up. How you know? Because black women the same way. They don't support each other. They hate one another. It's too much damn hate as it is. But it's really over for black people. It really is, because we sit up there and all we want to do is fucking complain. We want to fucking complain everything we do. But we don't. Instead of complaining about it, if you're tired about it, do something. Don't sit there and complain. I've been making YouTube videos for a long time, and I've seen a lot. I learn a lot, and you can't expect anybody to give you something that you get out of yourself. And I'm gonna tell you what else I'm tired of seeing. I'm tired of seeing black men have to beg for somebody to give them something. I remember when I was walking to a store somewhere and I see a couple of black men begging. No other group of men do this than black men. You don't see white guys begging. Why is it always black men are begging instead of white men? Because they've been seeing black men as nothing but beggars. That's what they seen. And guess what? They prefer black men or garbage men. Meaning we take care of other people's garbage that people who don't even take care of their own garbage. We take care of their garbage for them. I ain't no fucking garbage man. I'd rather be uh 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 uh, uh I'd rather be recycle men. How many of us recycle? Some things we need to get rid of, the things that we don't need. We don't do that. White people get rid of stuff they don't need. They do this. White people are a very rational race, but they live a rational fear. They try to act like they're not scared, but they scared just as much as everybody else, because they've been seen as the most dangerous race. Black people are living perpetual fear. Black people always petrify what they're scared of. Well, they better get ready, because things will coming. Things about to come in the next couple of years. For you sitting there, look, don't get me wrong. I got a lot of respect for you, but some of that stuff you talking about, I don't agree with. White people are just like milk. If you pour a thin glass of milk and pour a thin glass of chocolate, this explains why pour a little chocolate. It'll be one spot there. Or pour 2 and 3 and 4, it start changing. The reason why the reason why this situation is like this, because they don't want to be reminded of who the race they came out is black. White people came out of black folk. Blacks didn't came out of white. See, this is why explain why there's so much hatred. That term Caucasian race, that came from Johann Friedrich Blumenbach, because he believed that white people are the most beautiful race of people in the world. That's what they believe. They're the ones gave us that name, the name African. Basically, what they're saying, we're conquered over them. No, they conquer us, but we're conquered over them years ago. Like the word Asian, where does that come from? Asian is another word for, ain't no telling where that word Asian came from. But that Oriental they hate so much, that came from the East. And what is East what? East Africa, East Europe, East Asia. East Asia is Chinese. East Europe is Russia. East Africa is Ethiopia. Well, everything that's said by East is said by East. Why do you think that for some reason that they don't want people to figure this stuff out? I've been knowing about this quite some time, but it felt like I knew about this all my life. This explains why the system's like that. Look how it's operated. Look how it's set up. And nobody wants to talk about the Ku Klux Klan or the reincarnation of the Night Templars, and they are. And they need to be exposed because we know who they are. We know who the Freemasons are all about. And they worship of the devil Baphomet. Yeah, they do. Even white Christians are aware of this stuff. Black Christians too. Even black people worship the Baphomet. And then some black Christians are aware of what's going on. Nobody wants to talk about the Black Panthers or the reincarnation of the Moors. This fight been going on between blacks and whites, been going on for centuries now. It should have stopped then at that time in 600. It should have stopped in 1600 and 1960s. It should have been stopped. And in 2016, that been going on. It's going to continue to go on if something don't get done and something don't get done to stop it. They did an article, what the future is going to appear to be for many years from now. They said in 50 years down the line, the world is going to be brown. So that lets you know that blacks are not 12 and 13% or 14% of the population. If blacks is in 12 or 14% of the population, if you add that up, that means we're more outnumbered than they do. We're numbered in. They talking about that they're 12 and 13 and 14%. If you add all this stuff together, that lets you know they full of it. What they did, they overcounted. That's what they did. They don't want people to find out that blacks are original people, and they are. Black people are the original race. And this explains why black people are hated so much. This explains why black people knew who they are. They don't want to know who they are. Let's look at 12% and 13%. 12% or 13 or 14%. If you add all that number, I'm going to add it right now to this calendar. We can add this shit up right now. We can add it up. 12 equals 13 equals 14. That makes it what? 39. So that means we're 390. 390. So we more population than them, but they more about 222, right? We're more outnumbered than they are. But they want to tell you that you more, come on, man. Y'all better wake up. There's a real reason why they say you're 12 and 13% of the population number. You're 12 and you're 13 and 14%. You are 390. We are more population than that. You go to Memphis, that's a black city. You go to Detroit, that's a black city. You go to Atlanta, that's a black city. You go to Chicago, that's a black city. Even Washington is a black city. They back then they called Washington Chocolate City before Atlanta called Chocolate City. Look at New York, that's a black city, especially in Brooklyn and Harlem, especially Harlem. Come on now, Brooklyn and Harlem. Come on, ask yourself. Look at Houston. Houston always thought Houston was a black city. Now Dallas is more like kind of like a white city because even though it's been built by Jewish, there's a real reason why blacks are hated so much. We more outnumbered and there. If the more we see it, the more it's better. We need to know who we are first. Number two, we need to control our market and know how to marketize properly and how and the publicly how to know how to formulate the business and control our own banks. Number three, to control our own banks, control our business is the land market, scale the land market of the market. Because there's a real reason why they got all this goddamn wealth. Of course, the wealth was stolen from the goddamn Knight Templars. How you think the Knight Templars get the powers they got? Because who taught the Knight Templars? The goddamn Moors did. Moors taught the Knight Templars. Knight Templars didn't taught the Moors. And they both been overthrown by Roman Catholics. If they ain't overthrown by Roman Catholics, they've been overthrown by Hebrew people, whatever you want to call it. And it got something to do with Queen of Sheba and King Solomon. Go look it up. White people are the tribe of God of Lamb. That's an England flag with they got the lamb with the sheep. And black people are descendants of Lion of Judah. Is the show of flag of Ethiopia. Get a damn clue. People know who you are, know you understand, and make a position and make a statement for yourself, and then you find out who you really are. That's all I gotta say. We can stop this thing before it's too late. Nothing to stop, who will? And it's your boy Domination. This is back in the base of Chuck the Deuce. Chuck the Deuce is having text, baby. Until next time, all right? All right. Peace. I'm out. All right. Peace.